And it's a Thursday morning, March 2nd, 2017. Time for a rundown on some of our Alaska news headlines. Crews have been working to reopen the Dalton Highway as the access road up to Prudhoe Bay has been closed because of an avalanche at Adigan Pass. Actually, there were 4 semis that were hit by the avalanche. 2 of them were able to drive out. 2 of them remained stuck. The drivers did get out safely. However, the work being done on Wednesday was to do avalanche mitigation, and they're basically shooting off the artillery into the hills to knock down any additional snow that might come down. Otherwise, the actual estimate on when the road's going to be reopened is anybody's guess. There was a musher who got rescued in Denali National Park. She had gone out on the main trails right before the big snow came in. She was a planned 6-day trip. About 5 days in, she radioed for help. She actually had taken shelter in one of the national park's cabins there when they sent in a helicopter and pulled her out. Blowing snow through the Matanuska Valley, a problem on Wednesday, reducing visibility to 0 in some places, so road travel was not recommended. The Homer City Council voted down the Inclusivity resolution. It's one of those things that we talked about, I think, about a week ago or so, where, all the tension getting high and everybody getting all upset about whether they're going to be specifically an inclusive community. Apparently they decided not to be. There was a 12-year-old girl missing in Anchorage. Police had sent out a request for help from the public. After being missing for over 36 hours, she was found and she is safe. Pot revenue is down for this month in the state of Alaska, apparently linked to the supply shortage. There just wasn't enough pot to be sold in the first place. The Rideshare decision in Juneau and in Anchorage and elsewhere in the state, linked in part to a new state law that's being proposed that would basically override local municipalities and saying, no, we are going to allow Uber and Lyft and these other ride-sharing services to operate. Some of the local places that make money by selling taxi permits, not so happy about it. They postponed the decision in Anchorage, and in Juneau, pretty much they've all decided, no, it's not for us. The underwater gas leak continues, and now a second group has decided to sue the owner of that pipeline. Hillcore is the owner of the pipeline. It's about an 8-inch line that it's been bubbling. They saw it actually on February 7th, and it's obviously they're having some problems getting to it because of the ice in the water right now. They're saying mid-March they might be able to get a repair going. In the meantime, the company says it's not really harming anything. It's just, it's natural gas. It's natural, right? And some of it is just kind of leaking into the water and diffusing. Now, the specific claim now is that it's harming beluga whales, and that's why the lawsuit against them. Well, there are a number of challenges to school funding, and right now a K-12 school tax proposal is being front and center as an alternative to an income tax. Apparently people aren't as upset about the idea of actually being forced to pay for the schools as they are being simply taxed on their income, even though it's the same thing. You'd be paying a tax on your income to pay for the schools. Also, scientists have apparently cooked some oil out of coal here in Alaska. That's what, they put the pressure. They actually made oil out of it. It's something that they were doing, I think, in Nazi Germany back in the day. And now they're saying, hey, we may actually find some more oil places where we've got coal here in Alaska. And lastly, the Ambler Road. The idea of punching a road through 221 miles of Alaska wilderness in order to reach some mining claims, something that could bring in more revenue to state coffers in the long term in terms of development and mining and taxes and whatever else. But in the meantime, funding it with state money doesn't look like it's on the horizon. It's been kept off the budget in 2016, 2017, and it's not on the proposal for 2018 either. So there you have it. That's our rundown on our Alaska News. My commentary today has to do with the law and how it is that so many people simply do things because it's required by the law, or they don't do other things because it's against the law. Check out my commentary. If you like what I'm doing, please support me either through Patreon or by a direct subscription at radiofreespeech.com. Thanks.